Hi everyone, we're Rory and Andrew. We're the creators of Diesta, and we're going to explain to you the first 10 mini-games in Diesta. There are more that you can unlock in the stretch goals, so take a look, and we hope you enjoy.
Okay, so the first game that we're going to explain is called Too Cool for School. The way it works is every single person around the table will all at once go for a high five in the middle of the table. And you have two options here. So you can either go for a high five and stay in the middle, or you can fake over your head. If one person fakes, then they win the game automatically. If more than one person fakes, then every single person who fakes is eliminated. Let's see how it works.
Okay.
Ready? So, 3, 2, 1.
Oh!
So in that case, Aaron wins because Aaron was the only person who didn't get eliminated.
In cracking the codes, everyone has one die that they're going to roll. They're going to look at the number that they have, and they're going to have to recite the code for that number, which always starts with the name of that number. So, I rolled a 6. I would say 6, and then add something. 6 banana. Now, if someone else rolled a 6 on the table on their turn, they're going to have to say 6 banana, and then add another thing. Now this gets really complicated when you're having to remember 6 codes for each of the numbers on the die. If you don't say the right words, or you don't say them in the right order, or you take too long, let's say 2 to 3 seconds, you can have a little bit of thinking time, you're eliminated. So let's give this a shot.
Sure.
I'll start. 6 banana.
6 banana Cupid.
3 apple.
4 church.
4 church plaster.
4 church plaster explosion.
1 puppy.
4 church plaster explosion monkey.
2 do.
4 church plaster explosion monkey dynamite.
3 apple cat.
3 apple cat bowl.
2 do dude.
6 banana. There was something else. I don't know.
Cupid.
Oh, damn it.
Rory's out, and we would continue on with the same codes, continuing to build them until there's only one person left.
In Fight Club, everyone starts with one die, and they get ready to spin it. This game is really simple. All you have to do is spin your die on the table. The last die left standing on the table is the winner. If your die falls off the table, you're eliminated as soon as it falls off. And if 2 dice stop spinning at the exact same time, whichever die shows a higher number is the winner. Pretty simple. Let's give it a shot. 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit.
Andrew's out. I'm about to fall off the table. I'm out.
Ah! Aaron, you're gonna win. Nice, wow.
So, I would get a 3rd place prize, Catherine would get a 2nd place prize, and Aaron would be the grand victor with the top prize. Pretty simple. So in Russian roulette, everybody starts by rolling a die. If you roll a 1, then you're eliminated right off the bat. After rolling, everyone gets to decide whether they're in or whether they're out for the next round. If you're out, you end with a score of 1. If you're in, you now have to roll 2 dice. If you roll a 1, then you're eliminated. Again, after that point, we all decide, are you in or are you out? If you're in, you roll 3 dice, and if you're out, you end with a score of 2. At the end of the game, whoever has the highest score without being eliminated is the winner. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. Everyone starts by rolling 1 die.
Oh,
I got a 1.
we're out.
We're out.
So now Aaron and I would decide on 3, 2, 1 whether we're in or whether we're out. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're in. Still alive. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Okay, so this is all up to Aaron. If Aaron can roll without rolling a 1, then he'll win.
Oh.
But Aaron's eliminated. So if you're eliminated, you cannot win a prize, and I would win the top prize. Imagine that you're in an elevator with a bunch of strangers and you don't want to make eye contact with them. This is how this game works. So first we all start facing straight down, and then we go 3, 2, 1, and you look up at somebody else who's in the game. If you make eye contact with someone, then both players are eliminated. If there's only 2 players left, then the game will end in a tie and you'll have to draw a tiebreaker card. Let's see how it works. 3, 2, 1. Cool. So Aaron and I would now have to draw a tiebreaker.
The samurai is going to put their hand about 2 feet above the table. Everyone else is going to get ready at a lower height. The samurai has 2 options. Either come down in one motion and hit the table, or come down in one motion and stop just before hitting the table. If the samurai hits the table, everyone else has to hit the table. The last person to hit the table is eliminated. And there has to be a clear last person. If it was really, really close, then they both just carry on to the next round. If the samurai comes down and fakes hitting the table, anyone who hits the table is eliminated. Alright, let's give this a shot.
Yep. I think that was Aaron.
Aaron's out.
So now Catherine's turn. Oh,
Catherine's
lost.
out. Now that there's only 2 of us remaining, we would do a tiebreaker to decide who wins the game.
In drum circle, we all start by putting 1 hand on the table. The active player goes first, and they can choose between 3 things. They can do a single hit, which carries on in the same direction, a double hit, which skips the next player, or a wall, which reverses the direction of play. If you flinch, if you hit the table at the wrong time, or if you hesitate at all when you have to hit the table, then you are eliminated. At the end of the game, if there's only 2 players remaining, then they have to draw a tiebreaker card to settle it and find out who the big winner is. So let's give it a shot.
Oh.
Ooh.
So then game would continue just like that until there's only 2 players remaining. Everyone takes turns around the table, rolling 4 dice and trying to get the best score possible. The best score is 3 6s and a 1 to qualify. You need the 1 in order for your score to count. So, you roll first, and then you have to take at least 1 die every single time that you roll. So now I rolled a 6, 5, 4, and a 1. So I'm going to take the 6 and the 1 to qualify. And I might re-roll. Another 6, so I'll take that 6. And a 3, I'm going to re-roll this. And it's a 1. So I end with a score of 6 plus 6 plus 1, which is 13. And I got the 1, which means my score qualifies. Whoever ends with the highest score around the table, without being disqualified, wins the game.
In Family Reunion, everyone takes 1 die and rolls it. They cover it and on the count of 3, reveal their number. When they see their own number, you're going to look around the table and try and see if anyone else has the same number. So let's say for example that I rolled a 1. I'm going to look around the table. I see that Catherine rolled a 1 and Aaron also rolled a 1. Rory rolled a 6. So in this case, Rory doesn't have to do anything, but Aaron, Catherine, and I have to race to say the other people's names before the other people say our names. So I would try and say Catherine Aaron before Catherine says Andrew Aaron or Aaron says Andrew Catherine. Whoever says it first wins and goes on to the next round. So should we give it a shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Nope. No similar numbers. 3, 2, 1.
Aaron.
Ooh.
Aaron, Catherine.
Oh.
Okay, so Catherine's for sure out. Maybe we tied. If we did, we would do a tiebreaker to try and figure it out.
Yeah.
But as you can see, one person got eliminated. We would move on and do another round.
So everyone hides their die in between their hands and can just choose any number. The goal is to have the highest unique number. So let's say that I pick a 6, because that's the highest number, but Aaron also picks a 6. Then we're eliminated because that's the same number. Whoever has the highest unique number between Catherine and Andrew will win. So let's give it a shot. Once everyone's ready, we just say 3, 2, 1, reveal. So let's try it. 3, 2, 1, reveal.
We're out.
Yes.
Okay. Catherine and Andrew both put 5, so they're eliminated. Aaron put a 6, bold, and Aaron wins. And then I would come in second place, so I would also win a prize.
With a 3.
This game is called Liar's Dice. The first thing you do is divide all the dice evenly among all of the players on the table. So we have 4 players here, we have 12 dice, so every player will take 3 dice. At the beginning of each round, everyone rolls their dice into their pocket like this. You can look at your dice, but nobody else is allowed to look at your dice. So everyone's just looking at their own dice. And now the active player makes an opening wager. So for me, I'm going to say, I think that there are 2 ones on the table. Aaron now has 3 choices because it's Aaron's turn. Aaron can first say, I think there are less than that, so challenge me. At that point, we all raise our hands and we count the number of ones on the table. If there are less than 2 ones on the table, then I lose a die. If there are 2 or more ones on the table, then Aaron loses a die. The second option Aaron has is Aaron can say, I think that you're exactly right. Again, we all open our hands and we count the number of dice on the table. If there are exactly 2 ones on the table, then I will lose a die. But if there aren't 2 ones on the table, again, Aaron loses a die for losing that challenge. The third option, and probably a safer option here, would be if Aaron was to make a higher wager. So I said that there are 2 ones. The wage order is on the minigame card, and we'll put it here on the side of the screen as well. So 2 ones, Aaron can now say, I think there are 2 2s on the table, or 2 5s on the table, or 3 1s, or 3 3s on the table. So once Aaron makes that next wager, now it's Catherine's turn. And Catherine can say there's less, Catherine can say that Aaron is exactly right, or Catherine can make a higher wager herself. So always 3 options. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. I think that there are 2 2s on the table.
I think there are 3 3s on the table.
I think that there are 3 4s on the table.
I think you are exactly right.
1,
Oh my god.
2, 3. So
Hey!
So then I lose.
So you lose 1.
yeah.
Now play would continue. We would keep going around, losing dice, and once you're rid of all your dice, you're eliminated and out of the game. Whoever's left at the very end wins. In Prisoner's Dilemma, every player is going to take 1 die that they're going to roll on the table to match with a partner. The 2 highest numbers will match together, so Catherine has a 6, Aaron has a 5, they're going to be partners. And then the next 2, Rory has a 3, I have a 1, so we're going to be partners. And if you're playing with odd players, whoever has the lowest number is not going to partner with someone, and they're going to move on automatically to the next round. Once you have your partner, you have to make a choice. Are you going to send them through to the next round with a thumbs up, or are you going to eliminate them with a thumbs down? It's that simple. Once you've decided, you say 3, 2, 1, and show. I said Rory through, he eliminated me, so I'm out of the game, Rory's on, and everyone is going to re-roll again to find a new partner.
At the end of the game, if there's only 2 players remaining, that's when we do the final round. In the final round, let's say that Catherine and I are competing against one another. If we both put thumbs up, we're both cooperating and we both get 2 cards. If we both put a thumbs down, neither of us gets any cards and we're both eliminated. If one of us puts a thumbs up and the other one puts a thumbs down, in this case, Catherine will win 3 cards and I will win nothing. So it's a really tricky scenario. You want to gain the trust of your companion. So let's give it a shot. 5-5. So we're paired up.
Ready?
Yes.
I'm sending
I'm
you
gonna
through.
send you
sending
through.
you
Yeah,
through.
okay.
Yeah.
3,
2,
2, 1.
1.
Hey!
Oh.
We both went through. Oh, Aaron's
I
out.
eliminated Aaron.
Okay, so now we'll re-roll. Aaron is out.
Catherine and I are together. Andrew rolled a 1, and because we only have an odd number of players, he automatically moves on. And we shouldn't eliminate each other because then Andrew would win, so we don't want that.
That's true, we don't.
3, 2, 1. Oh, my heart.
Alright, now we're into that final round. Okay, we both want to win cards, so,
Yeah, I think we should.
let's do it right.
I'd like to do that.
Okay,
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Yes!
Oh!
Trust prevails, we both win 2 cards, and, well, not everyone's happy, but at least half of us are.
So those are the first 12 Diesta minigames, but each game changes when you add the special Diesta cards. You can play these cards at any time during the game, and they sometimes give you an advantage, they can sabotage other players, or they can change the rules of the game entirely. So each game changes when you add the Diesta cards.
Yeah, and if you liked the first 12 minigames that you saw, then you can go down lower on our page and look at the stretch goals, because there's even more minigames that we can unlock. If we work together, we can make this happen, and we can make Diesta the best possible version of itself that exists. We're really excited about this, and we hope you are too, so go ahead and share this with your friends and family, and we really appreciate that you took the time to actually watch this entire minigame video, because that's a pretty big commitment.
It's a long
so,
video.
thank you very much.